Yo, what's up guys, Shad here, and today we finally have my PPL Season 1 recap video. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I just never got around to it because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So yeah, that's basically my reasoning for this being incredibly late. I don't think I ever, did I say I would do one? I don't fucking know, I may have. But yeah, I'm just gonna basically go over, get out of here, Dropbox. Basically just go over the season and how things went, and also about, also gonna talk over the Pokemon that I drafted, and you know, if I would recommend them, if I'm happy that I drafted them, if I think they did well, whatever, I would draft them again, you know, just talk about the things I got. So yeah, first up, this season was fucking amazing. We didn't get the win, you know, that was of course my goal, but we got third, which is still pretty fucking good. And we ended up with 24 points, a plus 15 differential, 8 wins, 3 losses, 58 KOs for us, while 43 KOs against us happened. You know, not too bad. It's pretty good actually. And yeah, I'm happy with that. 8-3 is a pretty decent record, I think. Yeah, considering how hard the competition was, giggity. I think that's a pretty fair record. And our only Pokemon that made it into the top 10 of the MVP race is Mega Scissor with 10 kills, 4 deaths, a plus 6 differential. I think the next one should be Zoroark, if the spreadsheet would cooperate. No, it's no, okay. I'm not even sure what's gonna be on the screen right now. Fuck. Not sure what is gonna be on the screen right now. If there's anything, I don't fucking know. You'll see. Maybe it's just a spreadsheet, and you'll see me and my laptop struggling with this thing. Okay, yeah, Zoroark in 16th with 8 kills, 4 deaths, right in front of Landorus Incarnate. So you know, there you go. It's broken. Zoroark's broken, confirmed. Yeah. There's that, but the most important thing, the people in the PPL. I didn't know the majority of people that were in it. I knew Fred, I knew Ellie, I knew Shroomraver, I knew Ethan, I think. I'm pretty sure I knew Ethan before, and that's it. I didn't know anyone else. That includes the people that came in later, as a Troy, RTK, and Jedi to some extent. I knew Jedi before he, you know, replaced Ethan, but not before the season, I don't think. But also everyone else who's in it. That's so. Alex, I didn't know him. I didn't know Mighty Mammoth Swine. I didn't know Sly. I didn't know Rye. Of course, I knew Jack. I completely overlooked that there is Tottenham Hotspur. I knew Jack, obviously. That's probably why I missed it, because it's obvious. I didn't know Troy, like I said. I didn't know Tito's. I didn't know Layson. I didn't know all these people, and now they're really, really good friends of mine, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I think that's the biggest benefit of the PPL. Everyone just got along really, really well. For 99%, and it's awesome. I love all of these people, and even though some of them left, or are leaving or whatever, it's still cool. By the way, go over to the PPL channel, link will be down in the description, because there's been a huge update video with a lot of new stuff for season 2, which is coming up, including Division 2, which means if you want to get into the PPL, this is your chance. So hop on over to that channel and check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm really happy that I joined. I was one of the first people to join, if I recall correctly, and I didn't regret it for 1 second. It was a really fun time. Really fun few months. I don't know how long it was in general since I joined. I don't know. But yeah, really fun experience. I learned a lot about this format. Well, not too much. But I just realized, yeah, I'm happy. I got better at this format, and I could have probably tried to join the GBAD League, and my chances would have probably not been too bad, considering that half of the GBA is friends with me, and that I've experienced this format and stuff like that. So they know that I'm a good guy, kinda. I'm not a good guy. I'm a cunt. But I'm an okay dude. I'm an okay dude. So I probably could have made it potentially. I don't know. But looking who made it, it's pretty cool. Ayyyyy made it, of course, if you didn't know. Number 2 on the league table, taking Teddy Ursa, now known as Accrington Standler. Pretty cool. I like the logo. If you've not seen it, go over to her channel. And George is back, and just all kinds of other people that most of them I don't know, but you know, that's cool. Yeah, I potentially could have made it, but I decided PPL is more important to myself personally, because I want to make it like the perfect league, you know, because everyone in the league has a say in this, which is important, which means staying in this league means I can change things or make things better potentially, with my vote or my opinions or whatever. So yeah, I sent an application for D-League, but only because Top wanted me to. I told him not to pick me at all. I just did one for shits and giggles, and because Top wanted me to. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'll be around for season 2. I'll be going for the cup once again. It's probably gonna be more difficult because now everyone has a feel for the format to some extent. You know, it's pretty cool. We have also new contenders, if you don't know. Like I said, Ellie left. She's replaced by my good friend Evelyn. Troy stepped down to Division 2 to help out there and organize the whole thing, so he's gonna be participating in that. Replacing him is Kino, the man who makes my GFX stuff. An absolute legend who made the PPL Division 1 and 2 logos. So that's cool. Which means we have 4 Germans in the PPL now. Bundesliga confirmed, pretty much. Pokemon Bundesliga. And the last one is Tito's left, because competitive is not his thing at the moment, which is completely understandable. And Colton replaced him. Shadow Gaming Hub, also a really cool dude. So I knew all 3 of those before. That's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's that. So let's hop on over. I'm not sure if I'm recording this spreadsheet. I'm not sure if that will be on the screen, but let's hop on over to my team tab, and I'm not sure. Do I go over the teams first? This is very unorganized, by the way. I just felt like recording this finally, so hooray! Yeah, okay. Let's just go over the games. Not in detail, but just in general. I think I played pretty well over the season. I didn't use too many crazy sets, because I don't think it's necessary. I used the HP Electric Scissors at the end, which unfortunately didn't come through. I mean, Shroom had Fire Blast on his Gyarados anyway, so probably would not have worked. But it was just a fun gimmick to play around because I knew Shroom would bring them as well. Yeah. Other than that, I brought pretty reasonable sets, even standard play, just with a few moves here and there, which I think is still reasonable because it still takes on the opponent's teams and it does what it has to do. But if I have to change things next season, bring more weird sets, then I I will do that. I brought the Gravity Lander, which is not too crazy, but it's a really cool set. I'm happy that it kind of worked. Yeah. Not too happy with my preparation against Dry. My first loss. I think I made some mistakes that I didn't realize. Not too happy with my game against Slyro. I only won because he switched out his guy from a place, his Kyurem. And in general, I just was slightly underprepared for Kyurem. I underestimated that threat. Not a good idea. Not happy with my performance against Ellie. Not just that I lost, it's that I did not play well at all. I played way too safely. And yeah, because it felt like the early game, even though there was no early game. Like the first few turns were the early game, and that's it. The first like 3 turns at max. And after that, I should have started making plays, but I just didn't, and that, you know, ended up being a thing in the differential. I can't talk. That's okay. Yeah, that's why there was 4. Maybe could have potentially played a better game, or definitely could have played a better game. Probably wouldn't have changed the outcome of me losing, but it would have at least made me feel better about myself. and not playing like a fucking retard. My game against Fred, I made some misplays that I was very unhappy about. Felt like I choked the game away a bit, but it wasn't too bad. Losing to Fred is not. I mean, losing to anyone is not a shame in this league. So, yeah, in this format in general, like if you lose to someone, then it just happens because you don't know what they're bringing and stuff. Performances I'm most proud about, or most proud of, whatever. Probably my performance against Alex and RTK. I'm pretty happy with those. I feel like I dominated the game against Alex throughout the whole thing. And I just in general felt like it was a really good performance on my part. RTK, I got my 5-0, my highest victory. I think my planning was on point, like completely 100% on point, and so was my playing, and that's why it ended up in such a high victory. Because he pulled doubles, you know, he didn't play badly at all. It's just that I had the answers for everything, and I just wasn't worried about anything. And yeah, my matchup ended up being really good. Every other game was okay. I played, I won, so I must have done something correctly. My last 2 games were pretty solid on my part. I'm still proud of that prediction against Ethan at week 2, where I stayed in with Lando on Kelio and click U-turn, because I had Jellicent, which he could not touch with his Kelio, as which I already saw before. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay and click U-turn. Probably could have clicked Earthquake, but it happens. Yeah, still a ballsy play that I'm proud of. And overall, I think pretty good season. I think I can play a better season, but that's kind of obvious, But it's gonna be more difficult next season. I don't expect to win. I'm gonna try to win the title because that's how things go. Yeah. And yeah, because everyone just got better. Like even the people that left, they got better throughout the season, and that's beautiful. And yeah, that's that. I guess I'm gonna start talking about my team and my draft and my guys and my girls and my Pokemon. Yeah, that. Okay, let's just start us off. My first overall pick, Landers, Therian, Miguel's boyfriend, ended up with 6 kills, 7 deaths, and -1 differential. I don't know. Not a good decision to pick it up round 1. It's not a round 1 pick in my opinion anymore. At that point in time, I was like, yeah, the thing gives me a lot of things that are good, and it does. It really is a good Pokemon. Even in this format, it's not bad. But I just don't think it's a round 1 pick. I would not draft it again. It got 5 kills week 1 against Tito's. It got 1 more kill against someone, I don't remember. Maybe against Jack? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it was early in the season. I don't remember. Could have gotten some kills against Troy if I would have played correctly. But yeah, it just suffered from its 4 times weakness, of course. But overall, it's still a really good pivot. With Intimidate and just U-turning out and stuff like that. I think it's a really good Scarf on this format. If you need a Scarf on it, Lando is a good one because you can intimidate stuff. You can just get a huge hit off because it's powerful. It's very versatile. It can run a special set. I did a lot of calcs for that as well, and it works. So I can recommend Lando in general, but not as a first round pick. And I personally probably would not draft it again. I'm not sure. If you see it on my team again next season, then I changed my mind. But I don't think it will happen. Yeah, Lando's a good utility Pokemon. Very good offensive Pokemon. It's a huge threat to so many teams. Just because it's Stab Earthquake. It's so fucking hard and has so many coverage options. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's that. Moving on to my second round pick. Mega Scissor, Scissorsome, 10 kills, 4 death, +6 differential. I love the thing. I didn't bring it for the first 2 weeks, if I recall correctly. But I think from there I brought pretty much every game. Or almost every game, because Mega Scissor is just so fucking good. It's so threatening to so many teams. It can clean up late game against so many teams. It can, take on offensive threats like Mamoswine really well. As defensive Pokemon, it's so versatile. Like you can run like straight up offensive Sword Sunset, 4 attack sets, 3 attack Roost, like a bulky set, a support defogging, momentum gaining kind of thing, and just baton pass, all that kind of shit. It's beautiful. Even though yes, it has a photo weakness, but honestly, HP fire most of the time won't necessarily kill it, especially if you EV it correctly. And yeah, 75 base speed helps it outspeed things, unlike the regular scissor which has 65. And it's so fat, it's so powerful, and I love Mega Scissor. Like I said, the only mon that made it into the top 10 of the PvP race, and I can recommend it. It's one of the best Megas in this format, in my opinion. But I won't draft it again, unless everything goes wrong in my draft plan and every other Mega I want gets sniped, which would be incredibly unfortunate. But you know, it's a good Pokemon. I don't want it again because I want to mix things up and try other Megas out. And yeah, that's that. And my third overall pick, Clefable, aka Moonshine. 7 kills, 7 death, neutral differential. One of my new favorite Pokemon. Clefable is just so fucking good in this format. In general, in standard OU play, it's so good. Like you can look at Pokemon, and so many teams have so many Pokemon, just like, I'm not worried about that. I have a fucking Clefable. And it's so beautiful. Because not everything gets a decently powerful coverage move for it, you know. I kind of had a problem with the Iron Tail Electivire from Slayer, for example, which was an issue, because I didn't think he would run it, because I felt like other moves would probably be more important for his team, but it happened. But yeah, Clefable is just such a good Pokemon. In my personal opinion, the best fairy, slightly above Sylveon. Well, they're on the same level, I just prefer Clefable is what I'm trying to say. It's honestly just personal preference between those two. I like Clefable more. I absolutely love Clefable, and I would draft it every day of the week, in every draft ever, because it's just fucking good. Yeah, recommend 10 out of 10 would recommend Clefable. I should drink something. I should do that while I'm recording because I'm professional. That was good. Nice. Let's continue talking. My fourth overall pick, Crobat Alaba. 0 kills, 4 death, -4 differential. Yeah, Crobat did not get a single kill in the entire season. I brought it in at least 7 games. That's the minimum, I'm pretty sure. Because it didn't die for the first 3 weeks. And then, you know, 4 more. But I'm still really happy with Crobat. It's such a good Pokemon. Its speed, its bulk, its move pool, fucking perfect. Its typing is so helpful. It takes on shit like Megalotaria, which it didn't have to, but in theory it could have easily taken that thing on. And just so many things. With its speed, you can speed creep everything. Like you can run just a bit of speed to speed entire teams, and then just have a really fat bat. And it's just such a good Pokemon. I think you shouldn't expect it to be offensively good because it has 90 and I think 70 offensive stats, which is not the greatest. But yeah, as a support mon, I absolutely love it. It's a very reliable defogger. It's a fat Pokemon. If you wanted to, good typing, and it just takes shit on. And I would draft it. I would draft it any week of the day. So yeah, I'm really happy with that guy. It didn't get a kill, which is kind of unfortunate. You know, it lacks power. So if you want a powerful flying type, don't go with Crobat. There are others which do the offensive job a lot better. Stuff like Staraptor, for example. But yeah, Crobat is just good. That's that. Moving on, my number 5 pick is Mesprit. 7 kills, 4 death, +3 differential. I love Mesprit. Mesprit is the best Pokemon that ever existed, and I love it. I liked Mesprit before because it's just a good Pokemon, but now I just adore it, and I think it's one of the best lower tier picks, if not the best lower tier pick that exists, possibly in its format, because it's just so fucking good, so versatile, can do so many things, and can do them well, you know. Like for example, the Borky's Scarf set I ran against Ethan to take on Mega Lopunny. It just does the job, you know. It can take hits so well. It counted Landorus Incarnate, which is incredible because it's a broke piece of shit, but it did. And yeah, everyone who ever drafted Mesprit can only agree with me that it's fucking good. And by everyone, I mean Lars Scissor, who had it in GGPC. Pretty did a good job for him there. And Chaos loves Mesprit as well. Chaos in the Sky. He doesn't watch my videos, but hey, Chaos, you're a cunt. I love you. Yeah, Mesprit is just, I fucking love Mesprit. It's like a mini Mew, you know, with slightly better offensive stats and defensive stats, which is balanced out by Mew's a lot higher HP. So yeah, it gets healing wish as well, which is really cool. Did I ever use it on Mesprit? I used it in Clefable once. I think I had it on Mesprit, excuse me, once or twice. I don't think I ever get to use, but yeah. My 5th overall pick was Nidoqueef, the Nidoqueen, which was later replaced with Nidoking Bradley. I don't have the stats of my old Pokemon left, unfortunately. But yeah, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I'm happy with both, honestly. I don't regret drafting Nidoqueen in the first place, because it's just a good Pokemon, very reliable. Didn't get any kills for me, if I recall correctly. But just like my other Poison type Crobat, it was not there to get kills. It was there to be fat, to do damage to things, but not necessarily kill them, just weaken things, punch holes, get up rocks, and yeah, just be a good Pokemon, and Nidoqueen is good. But when I picked up Nidoking, I wanted more power for the last few games, because power just seemed more helpful, and it was. Nidoking is so good, and I would 3 kills and 2 deaths plus 1 differential. Not as great as I wanted it to, just because other things did its job, but it killed a Mega Gallade. So that's the thing that happened, which is cool. Shroom, I hope you're cringing, or crawling in your skin maybe. Yeah. Nidoking, I don't have to say a lot about Nidoking, it's fucking good. So is Nidoqueen. It just depends on what your team needs at that point. If you want bulk, if you want offensive power and speed. You know, it's personal preference in the end, and very dependent on the team. That's that. My 7th overall pick, Zoroark, fuck's sake, 8 kills, 4 deaths, plus 4 differential. Beautiful. My 2nd best Pokemon when it comes to differential, 2nd most kills overall, and it's just good Pokemon. Very underrated in my opinion. It can go physical and special. It has the illusion ability, which can play massive mind games. If done correctly. I don't think I played too many mind games with it, honestly. It was always fairly obvious that it's Zoroark, most of the time at least, except for against Jack, which didn't help me a lot. And yeah, as that, Zoroark is just fucking good, fuck's sake. Can recommend. I don't remember what its price for next season is gonna be, but if it's fairly cheap, just get it. It's good. It's a fast offensive one. I want to get Hippo in its place instead, which would have made Rai's team a lot less scary, but would also have made my team a lot slower. I picked Zoroark because it's speedy, and yeah, that's why I had it, and it did its job well. Yeah, Zoroark is cool. Now I'm getting confused because I don't remember how my switches and stuff happened. I don't know. I'm just gonna go over my last 3 months that I had at the end, and then go over the other things that I tossed pretty much. Number 8 is Heliolisk Solaire, 3 kills, 4 deaths, minus 1 differential. It started on Fred's team. That's where some of the kills and deaths are from. I think 1 kill, 2 deaths for Fred, maybe other way around. I'm not sure, but Heliolisk is a good Pokemon. That's pretty much that. It's very difficult to switch into for ground types, which means you can always gain the initiative, because ground types will be scared of Surf, Grass Knot, even Focus Blast for some of them, and Hidden Power Ice and whatnot. Heliolisk is good. It has very low defenses, which is something you always have to keep in mind. Don't risk physical moves that might kill you. But the special bulk is pretty decent. I had Assault Vest against Fred in case he brought Magneton, which I was pretty worried about, to be honest, until I realized, hey, Heliolisk Assault Vest takes it on for days. Even HP Ground, Analytic Specs doesn't tweak KO in AV that Heliolisk with the spread that I had. Yeah, Heliolisk is a good Pokemon, the water immunity is nice, and it's just reliable at what it does. It's one of the fast electro types that are so praised in the format. For good reason. Fast electro types are good, and Heliolisk is one of them. That pretty self-explanatory. Next up, number 9, Jellicent, 50 cent, 2 kills, 2 deaths as neutral differential. Jellicent is good, don't get me wrong, but I would not draft it again. Just because the secondary typing of Ghost gives it a lot of problems. Well, it does it obviously a lot of good as well. You know, being a spin block and being new to fighting, that kind of shit. It gives a lot of additional weaknesses which you might not want on your bulky water. Yeah, in hindsight, it's not a bad pick. It took on Keldeo, you know, but I don't know. I like Jellicent. It's a good Pokemon, but maybe getting another bulky water doesn't have a secondary typing that hinders it to the extent. But once again, it depends on the team that you have it on. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Jellicent, you did well. You did some things and some stuff, and I'm proud of what you did. It took on Kingdra for Ace. Like, Kingdra was not a problem to it. And yeah, Jellicent is fat, and fat Pokemon are just cool. My last mon on my final draft, or my final team, was Regirock, Mr. H, 0 kills, 2 death, -2 differential. Good. Regirock is reliable. It's so fat on the physical side. Takes on fire types for days unless they're special or a fighting type. But yeah, outgoing Regirock on the physical side, good luck with that. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. It also takes on flying types for days, and I can recommend it. It's a fairly cheap Pokemon in most draft formats that have the salary thing, or whatever you want to call it, budget. And yeah, Regirock is reliable. It can go offensive. I didn't do it because I didn't have it for too long. But yeah, Regirock is reliable and it does a thing. Especially if you have a Wish Pass on your team, which I did have in Clefable. I just never had it Wish Pass to Regirock. But if you have a Wish Pass that plus Regirock, that's good. That's really good. So yeah, I traded Regirock to from Alex, and what he got in exchange is Hot Sauce Typhlosion. I don't remember its differential for me. I think it was 2-0 or something. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Typhlosion. It's a decent cheap fire type, somewhat cheap. It has a fire immunity. It has powerful eruptions. It can go mixed, you know, wild charge and stuff like that. Focus punch is the thing, you know, if you're really madly. It's just decent fire type. Fire types are good in this format, so is Typhlosion. It's not the fastest, but base 100. It's also not slow, so there's that. That's pretty much all I have to say. Then memes, Meganium, our former captain. Yeah, I heard he has been having great success in Asia. You know, I wish him good luck there continuously, but it just didn't work out too well. Probably should have drafted Gogoat instead. I realized that afterwards, like a few weeks after. I was like, wait a second, why didn't I just pick up Gogoat? It's better and it's more versatile and just better. I don't know, but Meganium, I feel it's still not a terrible Pokemon. It's still pretty decent. Yeah, but grass types just have general problems because of a lot of weaknesses that they have. Meganium is a fat grass type with leech seed and stuff, and it's cool. Doesn't get sleep out, which is unfortunate, but yeah, Meganium, you're a cool guy. I would have rather had Gogoat. Then we have Rex City Sock. Good Pokemon. It just has the problem of what item do we run, because every team has something that can safely switch into close combat. So what do you run? Sock without Choice Band lacks a bit of power. It's still powerful, but it lacks just that bit that you need. Yeah. But it has 2 cool abilities in Mold Breaker and Sturdy, which are very helpful, I guess, in a focus for reasons that are... Don't run in focus. Is it in a focus? Does it get something else? I don't remember. It's something bad. Yeah. Sock, good, but I don't know. Hariyama would have probably been a better Pokemon overall. Hariyama is the best lower tier fighting type. Yeah, that's that. And last but not least, we have Zepmire as a striker. It's underrated, I feel, but it's also kind of underwhelming. You know, it has its niche with the overheat stuff, but so has Manectric. It's just a decent, cheap electric type, but I don't know. I like it. The striker is cool. It has a lot of speed. It has 2 immunity abilities. Well, 3, but you know, it can be immune to 2 types of moves. And it can go mixed, which helped me a lot against RTK. So, yeah, it only had 1 game, which was against RTK, and got 3 kills. So, you know, how many Pokemon can say they averaged 3 kills per game after an entire season, you know? Yeah, this has been half an hour. Oh my fucking god. Well, there it is. That's my recap of my team and stuff. I'm not sure if anyone even wants to see this. If you got to this point, then you're a trooper, but hey. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed and get hyped for season 2 because it's coming. Just like I am. Wait, what? I didn't say that. And it's gonna be beautiful. We repriced every single Pokemon. Not repriced, but we went over the price of every Pokemon. To fix it potentially, or just keep it or whatever. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. Yeah, go check. Like I said, I can talk. Like I said, go check out and head on over to the PPL channel. Make sure you subscribe to that because there will be more announcements in the future. Announcements, plural. And there has been one already, which you should watch because it's important and exciting stuff. So yeah, also I'm going to be participating in the No Pause Tournaments All-Star Invitational 2. Yeah, that's cool. I'll be rapping the PPL together with Fredford and Don Fanatic, so that's gonna be cool. Against a bunch of other leagues and some few other people like NPT and some people of themselves, and yeah. Also have a lot of games saved up that I need to postcom. Some really good games from various tournaments. So that's cool. And I have Battle Factory with Friends, might be up before this, I'm not sure. But I've already recorded. And a session with Ethan where the audio is kind of fucked up, so I'm not sure how that will happen. And a bit of a tour and sub special. Me doing a postcom in German with subtitles, which I will have to do at some point. I'm just lazy. Yeah. So look forward to that. That's gonna be cool. Hear me talking German, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because this is way too long. Kind of like my dick. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes, and I will appreciate all 3 of those. And hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.